Hello, today in this video we are going to discuss about the coastal plains from class 9th geography and the chapter physical features of India. On your screen you are seeing a map and this map shows the coastal plains of India, the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains and their divisions. Eastern coastal plains, western coastal plains and the divisions of these coastal plains. The western coastal plains, it is towards the west and the eastern coastal plains lies towards the east. Now western coastal plains can be divided into three parts, whereas the eastern coastal plains can be divided into two parts. Again on a map you are seeing the division of the coastal plains. The western coastal plains is divided into the Konkan coast, the Kannada coast and the Malabar coast, whereas the eastern coastal plain is divided into Coromandel coast and the northern Sea Ghats. This map, or the picture of the map or the cutting of the map, it shows the western coastal plain and the division of the western coastal plain, the Konkan coast and the Malabar coast. Let's discuss the features of these coastal plains. India has a long coastline and which runs across Arabian Sea in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. Means the coastline starts from Gujarat and after crossing Kanyakumari it moves towards the east and goes through the Bay of Bengal. So all that the map you are seeing here is the coastline, and India is having one of the longest coastlines. Indian coastlines are divided into two parts. One is the western coastal plains and other is the eastern coastal plains. The western coastal plain is a narrow strip of land which is located between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. The western coastal plain is a narrow strip of land which is located between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. It consists of three sections. The northern part is called the Konkan, that is between Mumbai to Goa. Between Mumbai to Goa, that part is known as Konkan. The central part is known as Kannad. The central part is called the Kannad, whereas the southern stretch is known as the Malabar coast. So western coastal plain is divided into three. Then we have the eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains are located between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Eastern coastal plains, it is located between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. These plains are wider than the western coastal plains. Many rivers such as Krishna, Godavari, they form deltas, and the eastern coastal plains are known as northern Sea Ghats in the northern part, whereas in the southern part the eastern coastal plain is known as the Coromandel coast. Chilka Lake, the largest saltwater lake in India, it lies in the eastern coast. So eastern coast covers the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal, and it is divided into two parts. One is the Northern Sikar and then is the Coromandel coast. So then we have the Thar Desert. This Thar Desert is also known as the greatest Indian desert or the Great Indian Desert in Rajasthan. Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert lies in Rajasthan, and we would be studying the features of this desert. The picture that you are seeing is a picture of the sand dunes. Sand dunes are the mountains of sand which is not permanent. These sand dunes, they are changing their shape and they are changing their position. So let us discuss the features of the Indian desert. Now, Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert is located in western Rajasthan. It is located in western Rajasthan, and it is sandy, and it receives an annual rainfall of 150 millimeters. Annual rainfall of less than 150 millimeters per year is received by the Indian desert. First feature, Indian desert or the Thar Desert is located in western Rajasthan. It lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. Western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It is undating sandy plain and it is covered with sand dunes. The rainfall is very less, and the rainfall is less than 150 millimeters per year. Vegetation cover is also very less. The vegetation cover means trees, plants are also very less. Now, some streams they appear during the rainy season, and these streams they soon disappear into the sand. The types of vegetation: thorn and shrub. Thorn and shrub type of vegetation is found here. And Luni is the only large river. Luni is the only large river which flows in this region. Luni is the only large river that flows in this region. The climate is dry. The vegetation is scarce. The rainfall is very less. Barkhans, these are the crescent shaped sand dunes. Barkhans are the crescent shaped sand dunes. They cover larger areas. But longitudinal sand dunes, they can be seen near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. So Balkhans, that is the crescent shaped sand dunes, they covers large area, and this is one of the feature of the desert. Along with the Balkhans, the longitudinal sand dunes, they are also seen near the Indo-Pakistan boundaries. The next feature that we are going to discuss is the island group of India, that is the islands. Now we know that island is a land which is covered by water from all sides. An island is a land that is covered with water from all sides, and this is called an island. And on your picture, on your screen, you are seeing a picture of an island, that is a land that is covered by covered by water, or the land that is surrounded by water from all sides. Such type of islands you can see in India, which are very small in nature. On your screen you are seeing Lakshadweep group of island which lies in the Arabian Sea. The Lakshadweep group of islands that lies on the Arabian Sea, and then you have Andaman and Nicobar Islands that lies in the Bay of Bengal. Andaman and Nicobar group of islands They are lying in the Bay of Bengal, whereas Lakshadweep Islands are lying in the Arabian Sea. Notice these group of islands. The Andaman and Nicobar are two different groups of islands that we would be discussing in the further lecture. Now, two groups of islands are present in our country are the Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, two groups of islands which can be seen in our country is the Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Lakshadweep Island is a group of about 39 islands. Lakshadweep Island is a group of about 39 islands which is located near the Malabar coast of Kerala in the Arabian Sea. It covers an area of about 32 square kilometers. It covers area of about 32 square kilometers. In 1973, two group of islands known as the Laccadive, the Minocoy and the Amandive. Before 1973, Lakshadweep Islands were referred to as the Laccadive, the Minocoy and the Amandive, but in 1973 they were renamed as the Lakshadweep Islands. The administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep Island is Kavaratti. The administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep Island is Kavaratti, and this group of island is made up of small corals, and coral polyps can be defined as a short-lived microorganisms. The corals, they are short-lived microorganisms which live in colonies in groups. They flourish in shallow, mud-free and warm waters. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia, the Great Barrier Reef of Australia is a good example of the coral reef. Now these group of islands, they have different varieties of plants and animals, and in Lakshadweep we can also see a bird sanctuary, and the PT Island has this bird sanctuary. The PT Island has a bird sanctuary, and beautiful birds can be seen here. The second group of island is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These islands are a long chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal near the Burmese coast. These are about 572 islands. These are about 572 islands. They are divided into different categories. The Andaman in the north and Nicobar in the south. These islands are very important for the country because these islands are lying close to the equator. They have equatorial type of climate. The islands are lying close to the equator. That is why they are having equatorial type of climate. It is high temperature, high humidity and high rainfall. The islands have high temperature, high humidity and high rainfall. This region has dense forest cover, and various types of flora and fauna, plants and animals can be found here. Now, India's only active volcano is found on the barren islands in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. So India's only active volcano is found on barren islands, and this barren island lies in the Andaman and Nicobar islands. Now in this chapter we have studied the physical features of India, and the physical features are important. For example, the mountains, they are the source of water and forest wealth. Northern plains, they provide grains to the country and they provide the base for early civilizations. Then the plateau is the storehouse of minerals. Large amount of minerals can be found in the plateau, and it supports industries. The coastal plains and the island groups, they provide sites for port activities and fishing. So all the physical features of the country, they are important. This is all about the chapter, the physical features of India. Thank you.